Hello students, welcome to video lecture on partial differentiation. This is topic number 2 at the SYBSc Physics paper first, that is Mathematical Methods in Physics for Savitribai Phule Pune University. In this module, I am going to discuss definition of partial differentiation, successive differentiation, total differentiation, exact differential, chain rule, theorems of differentiation, change of variables from Cartesian to polar coordinates, and condition for maxima and minima. And we will cover problems in each section. In this video lecture, I will discuss partial differentiation. So here, let us start with this. Partial differentiation. Why is it required? Now we know if we have function, that is function of suppose two variables, then in this case change in f with respect to some one variable keeping other constant is called partial differentiation. In physics, partial differentiation is important because number of physical quantities, such as suppose we take example pressure, according to van der Waals equation is given as this. So P is equal to function of temperature and volume. So we study this equation by changing temperature, keeping volume constant, and by changing volume, keeping temperature constant, and so on. In such a case, we require partial differentiation. Before going to partial differentiation, let us study ordinary derivative. What is meaning of ordinary derivative? So suppose we have some function f that is function of single variable f of x, and suppose x changes to x plus delta x, where delta x is small. For example, suppose we take here function f is equal to 2x square. Suppose this is function, and if x changes to x plus delta x, what happens? So we will take simple example, f is equal to 2x square. If we plot this function, we will get graph like this, parabolic graph. Now here, if we take any value of x, suppose this is x, for this x, function will have value f of x. And suppose we take some x plus delta x. Corresponding to this x plus delta x, means here I have taken x plus delta x. Corresponding to this x plus delta x, we will have function, value of function f of x plus delta x. So here, this difference, it is delta x, and this difference, it is delta f. So I can write f is equal to f of x. So f plus delta f, change in function, is equal to f of x plus delta x. F of x plus delta x. F plus delta f is equal to f of x plus delta x. So what is change in function? Delta f is equal to f plus delta f minus f. Now here f of x plus delta x minus f of x. This is delta f, change in function. Now this change in function may be positive, may be negative, or may be zero, depending on the nature of function. Suppose we have graph like this, f versus x, and suppose we have graph like this, and suppose we take this x. Corresponding to this x, we have function f. And if we take x plus delta x somewhere here, then here value of function decreases. So f of x plus delta x. So in this case, delta f will be negative. Or suppose we have function like this. And suppose we take x here and x plus delta x here, then you will have the same value of function here. That is f of x and f of x plus delta x will be the same. Here delta f will be 0. So here delta f can be positive, can be 0, or can be negative depending upon the nature of function. Now here suppose we take delta f by delta x is equal to f of x plus delta x minus f of x upon delta x. Suppose we take limit delta x tend to 0, delta f upon delta x. This is limit delta x tend to 0, f of x plus delta x minus f of x divided by delta x. Now what is meaning of delta x tend to 0? What is meaning of this? Meaning of this means this difference is very small. This difference is very small means x plus delta x is very close to x. Means x plus delta x, it is in the neighborhood of x. And this gives behavior of function in the neighborhood of x. And when delta x is very, very small, we call this as df by dx. And this is called derivative. This is called derivative. So what happens here? Suppose we take a graph, nature of graph is like this. And suppose here this is x and this is x plus delta x. So here in this region, behavior of function is generally linear. So what is meaning of this df by dx? So if we draw tangent to the curve at x, then and if we find slope of that tangent, that slope will be equal to df by dx. So here df by dx represents the slope of tangent at a point to that function. So in this way we define ordinary derivative. Now let us go to some example. Suppose we have here function f. It is f of x and I write here f is equal to suppose x square. Then what is its ordinary derivative? So we know df by dx is equal to 2x. So why is it 2x? Why is it 2x? Now I will explain this. So if we plot graph of x versus f versus x, this graph will be parabolic graph. And if we take a point and point on the curve and draw tangent at that point, means here I have taken point here, means corresponding value of x is this one, and find slope. So then take another point and draw slope. So I will take here, so I will take here another point, another point. This is value of x. Then take another point and draw tangent there. This is value of x. Then here, this is value of x. It may be 0. So here I will call this value as x0, this value as x1, this value as x2, this value as x3, and so on. So you can select number of points, and you can find slope of the graph or that curve f of x is equal to x square curve at that point. And now let us make table of x and corresponding df by dx. df by dx. So here point will be x0, suppose it is 0, then x1, then x2, x3, x4, and so on. You can take number of points. So here suppose slope s0, slope s1 means s is df by dx. That is slope at that point. So here s1, s2, s3, s4, and so on. And then plot graph of slope versus x. Slope versus x. Slope means df by dx. You will get graph that is straight line for this function. And if we find slope of this, you will get slope is equal to 2. And we know equation for straight line is y is equal to mx. So here s is equal to mx. S is df by dx is equal to mx. But if we take slope m, that is df by dx, you will be equal to 2x. That's why derivative of x square is 2x. In this way, you can take, suppose we take another function. Suppose we take sine function. So here x and here f, that is sine function. So we can draw here graph for sine function. This is graph for sine function. Then we can take different values of x like this, and we will find plot corresponding x versus slope. Yes, slope. So here draw tangent, here draw tangent, here draw tangent, and so on. Your tangent will be horizontal here, so slope will be 0 at this point, while at this point slope will be maximum. So you will observe graph up to this point is like this. Now from this point, if you take like this, so slope becomes negative, slope becomes negative, and here slope will be negative maximum, and then here slope is negative as it is changing, and when it comes here, slope is 0, and then here slope is positive. So we'll get graph like this, and this is graph of cosine. This is graph of cosine. So for sine curve, if we take slopes at successive points, and if we plot graph, we will get cosine graph. That's why d by dx of sine x is equal to cos x. D by dx of sine x is equal to cos x. So in this way, we define ordinary derivative. Then we will go to partial derivative. Now what is the meaning of partial derivative or partial differentiation? So suppose we take some function f. So some function f that is function of two variables, suppose x, y. For example, we can take f is equal to x square plus y square. Simple function I have taken. So f is function of xy. Example I have taken f is equal to x square plus y square. Simple function. Now if we take coordinate system, suppose this axis is x-axis, this axis is y-axis, and on this axis we take f. So I am plotting this function. So if we plot this function for different values of x and y, we will get graph like this. We will get graph like this. So it is surface. It is surface. Now suppose x changes to x plus delta x and y is constant, suppose. Means here corresponding to some value of x, here I will take some value of x, corresponding to value of x, function will have value f and y is constant here. Y, suppose this is this plane, fx plane, then y is 0, suppose. And keeping, so this is for x, function is f. Now if we change x to x plus delta x, so you may be here, you may be here. So you are moving on the surface, you are moving on the surface, and here function will be f plus delta f, f plus delta f. Now along this change, suppose y is constant, then we write here f plus delta f is equal to f of x plus delta x comma y, f of x plus delta x comma y. So what is delta f? Delta f is equal to f of x plus delta, I can write here delta f is equal to f plus delta f minus f. So it is f of x plus delta x comma y minus f of xy. So this is delta f. Now delta f by delta x, we write here f of x plus delta x comma y minus f of xy upon delta x. And suppose we take limit delta x tend to 0, delta f upon delta x. This is equal to limit delta x tend to 0, f of x plus delta x comma y minus f of xy divided by delta x. And now this term for delta x tend to 0 is differential term. But here f is function of two variables and we are changing only one variable here, keeping other constants. So this one is called partial derivative. So and written as dabba f by dabba x. And here it is also written as fx. And here y is constant. Here y is constant. So dabba f by dabba x when y is constant. Now here you can also take x constant and change y. In that case means we take here some value of y and corresponding to that value function will be f, and we change value of y to y plus delta y, y and y plus delta y. We change y in such a way that x remains constant. So here again f plus delta f. So y plus y comma y and y plus delta y, f and f plus delta f. From this we get fy, and that fy is dabba f by dabba y, partial derivative of f with respect to y when x is constant. So dabba f by dabba x, that is partial derivative with respect to x, dabba f by dabba y, that is partial derivative with respect to y. So here whatever change due to one variable, that is called partial change. So we have seen here partial derivative. Fx is equal to dabba f by dabba x when y is constant, and fy is dabba f by dabba y when x is constant. Now let us take simple example. If f is equal to x cube plus xy plus y cube, then find dabba f by dabba x and dabba f by dabba y. First we will find dabba f by dabba x. So here we have f is equal to x cube plus xy plus y cube. Now what is dabba f by dabba x? We differentiate with respect to x, keeping y constant. So we'll get here 3x square plus y plus 0. So 3x square plus y. This is dabba f by dabba x. Now dabba f by dabba y is equal to. Now here we will keep x constant. So we'll get here first term dabba y of x cube is 0, and dabba by dabba y of xy is x plus 3y square. So this is dabba f by dabba y. You can take, suppose we write here y. A sin omega t minus kx. So omega is this is actually equation for wave motion. So omega is angular frequency, k is propagation constant. So y, it is function of x and t. So you can take dabba y by dabba x. That is what? A is constant, dabba by dabba x of sin omega t minus kx. So here we get A into minus k cos omega t minus kx. So it is minus ak cos omega t minus kx. This is dabba y by dabba x. Similarly, we can take dabba y by dabba t is equal to A dabba by dabba t of sin omega t minus kx. So we will get here A omega cos omega t minus kx. So here This is dabba y by dabba t when x is constant, and this is dabba y by dabba x when t is constant. So in this way we can take partial derivative. Now in next lecture I will explain successive differentiation, definition of successive differentiation and examples on that. So thanks very much for this lecture. Thanks again.